Good morning. Welcome back for the same chapter, that is string manipulation, and today we'll go for some string methods and function. We have already learned about some string functions or string methods, and today we'll go for some list function or list methods. So these are the methods or function, these are the inbuilt methods or inbuilt functions which can be used by the programmer while doing any kind of programming using list. Okay, so all these functions can be used either in the script mode or in the command mode. Either you can write down program within the programming only, you can write down these methods, or you can use these methods, or for showing the demo or for example purpose, you can also use these commands at the command line itself. So the first command or the first method is the index method. The index method is used to return the index, or it used to display or return the index of a particular element, and it will always return the first occurrence of that element. Suppose in a list a particular value is stored 3 times, but whichever the value, the index at which the value is stored at the first time in the left, that is starting from the left to which index the value is stored in the first time, that value or that index will be written by this function. For example, it can be used as list dot index, then the item whatever be the value of the element will be written over here. For example, suppose L is a list in which we have stored 0, 5, 8, 10, again 5 and 4. So these are the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values are stored in the list, and 5 is stored in 2 times. And when I am writing L dot index 5, now it will display the index of 5 and the first occurrence of 5. That means the first occurrence of the 5 in the 1 place, because this is the 0th place, this is the first place, second place, third place, fourth place and fifth place. So what is the index of this 5? The index of this 5 is 1. So the output of this particular command will be displayed as 1. That is found the occurrence or found the index of the first occurrence of that item which you are writing in the index function. The second method is the append method. The append method is a very useful method. It used to add a number or add a value or add an item. Either you can add a value or item to the end of a list which is an existing list. Suppose you have already created a list, you have entered value for the list, or you have initialized some value for the list, and then you forgot to at that time you forgot to insert one more element, and you want to insert one element at the end of the list. That can be done using the append method. So the syntax of the append method is list dot append, then whatever be the item you want to insert. Now suppose we are using the same L list and L dot append 12. Now 12 will be added at the end of the list. That means after last element of the list is 4. So the 12 will be added after 4. Now suppose I am displaying, this statement is used to display the list. When I am displaying the list, then it will display like 5, 0, 5, 8, 10, 5, 4 and 12 will be displayed because 12 is added at the end of the list. This is the use of the append command. The next command is the extend command. Extend command and append command are very much similar, but the difference between append and extend is that the append command, in the append command you can add a node or you can add an item at the end of the list, but the extend command is used to add a list at the end of another list. That means 2 lists can be merged using the extend command. Suppose 2 lists are there, one is L1 and L2. L1 has A, B, C, L2 has D and E. Suppose I am writing L1 dot extend, that means which list will be extended? L1 will be extended. By what value it will be expanded? By value of L2 it will be extended. That means what is the content of L2? That is L2 is equal to D or E. Two values are there in the list L2, and that will be added at the end of L1. Now after that, suppose I am displaying the L1, then it will display A, B, C, D and E will be displayed at the, and the list will be extended. That means these two elements will be added at the end of the list 1. This is your extend command. One more command is insert command. The insert command is also same as the purpose of insert command is same as the append or extend command, but the difference is that in case of append or extend, what happen, the element or the elements or the items are added at the end of the list. But here in case of insert command, you can insert an item at any position of the list. The rest of the item of that list, suppose we are inserting at the 3rd position, then the 4th, 5th, 6th will be skipped one place right side. So that is the use of the insert command. Here we have to give two parameters for this command. One is the position at which you want to insert the element. Another is the item itself that will want to insert into the item. So the syntax is insert list.insert position and item. Position is the place or index at which you want to insert, and item is the value that will be inserted into the list. We are using the same L list, that means this list has been used. So here what happened, insert L.insert 2. 2 is the position, that means 2 is the index of the item 9 to be inserted. The item is 9 that to be inserted at the position 2. 2 is the index. So what happened here? This is 0 is having 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. So in this position, at the position of 8, it should be inserted. So this 8 will be moved to this position, 10 will be moved to this position, 5 will be moved to this position, and 4 will be moved to a new position. So after execution of this command, suppose we are displaying the L, then it will display as 0, 5, 9, 8, 10, 5 and 4. This will be the content of the element. So these are 3 commands. Don't get confused between these 3 commands: append, extend and insert. Append is used to add a new item at the end of the list. Append is used to merge or used to add a new list, another list into the existing list at the end. Whereas the insert is used to add an item at any position of the list. Now after this command, the 5th command is a pop method or pop functions. The pop method or the pop function is used to remove an item from the list. It used to remove an item from the list. So whenever we are removing an item, the rest of the item after that particular item, whatever be the item stored in the list, that will be shifted toward its left. So here what happened in this command, we have to use the index as the which index we want to remove. So suppose here I am writing L.pop3. Now 3 is the index that will be removed. Whatever be the removed, that will be stored or returned to another value. We can directly display that value or we can store that value to a variable. Then through that we can display the value. So when this command is executed, n equal to L.pop3, then what happened? The 3rd item, that means in fact it will be the 4th, because starting from the 0, 0, 1, 2 and 3. So this is the 4th item that will be removed from the list and stored in the variable n. So in this particular case, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Suppose 3 element is 10. 10 will be written and stored in the variable n. So when we are displaying n, then it will display 10. Now after removing the element, when we are displaying the list, what will be the content of list? That is 0, 5, 8, 10 is removed. So that again 5 and 4 are these are the elements which are displayed through this function. The next method is the remove method. It is similar as the pop method. It is also used to remove or delete one item from the list. But the difference is that in case of pop, we are removing through the index or through the position of the item. Whereas directly using the item, we can remove using the remove method. So the syntax is list dot remove, then directly write the item, whatever be the value, you can insert that way, you can write that value over here, and that particular element is inserted. Now we are using the same list L dot remove 10. This is the complete is the L list. 10 will be removed. 10 will be removed. Matlab this will be removed. So after that, if you want to display, it will display the same thing, that is 0, 5, 8, 5 and 4. Suppose instead of this I am writing 8. Then what happened? The 8 will be removed. Now what will be the content of the element when we are displaying this? 0, 5, 10, 5 and 4 will be displayed as the content of the element. Clear? So these two methods, that is pop and your remove method, these two methods are used to remove a particular element from the list, either using the index or using the value itself. But if you want to remove all the elements from a list, or if you want to clear up the list, you want to completely clear the list, then you can use the clear method. It is very much simple to use the clear method. The syntax is list dot clear. Nothing should be entered as a parameter because the complete list has to be removed, so that when I am writing L dot clear, then we are displaying the L, then nothing will be displayed. All these elements will be removed or deleted or popped from the list. So after this command, we have another command, that is count command. The count command is used to count the number of times a particular item is available in a list. A particular item is how many times available or how many times it will exist in a list, that will be written in the count command. For example, suppose this L list is there. In this list we have 2, 5, but 5 is stored 2 times. So whenever we are writing number is equal to L dot count 5, then it will count how many times the value count is available in the list, and it is 2 times, so 2 will be stored in number. Now whenever we are displaying that value, then it will display the value as 2. So after that, there is a difference between index and count. These don't get confused between index method and count method. The index method is used to return the index of the first occurrence of the value, whereas the count command is used to count the number of occurrences in a particular value in a list. Okay. Then the last method, that is the reverse method, it used to display, it used to return the reverse of a list. That means whatever be the original list, it will be, the original list will be reversed. That means the first element come to the last position, the last element come to the first position, and likewise all the elements are rearranged. Suppose we are writing L dot reverse, no requirement of parameter over here because it will calculate or it will process all the elements. So no need of any kind of parameters over here. That means we are simply leaving the pair of parentheses. Now what happened here? L dot reverse, after that I am displaying L. So whenever I am displaying L, the L will be displayed in a reverse manner. That means the output will be 4, 5, 10, 8, 5 and 0 will be the output of this command. So these are the methods, or these are the functions that can be used in programming of list. Okay, so if you are getting confused how these functions are used, better to use this function using Python, because I have written everything. The first line you have to write down this, the second line you have to write down this. If you are writing the first line like this in the command prompt itself, then we will have and press the enter key over here, then write down the second statement, press the enter key, we will get this output. If you are writing again this line, then when displaying the list, you will get the output like this. So better to do these commands or to execute this command by yourself using Python, so that you can understand how these commands are executed and how these commands are what is the output of this command. So this much for today. Thank you and have a good day.